Welcome to the news on Rupavahini.
Hello there, I'm Daphne Charles.
I'm Manoj Shettyarach.
On to those and other stories in detail now. Cyclonic storm Pharlin has been gradually diminishing after causing severe damage in India. The cyclone hit Orissa and Andhra Pradesh, causing heavy impact. The Indian authorities added that 5 people were killed and over 900,000 displaced. According to the classification of storms by US and British meteorology authorities, Pharlin was the 5th powerful cyclone experienced so far. Low pressure system developed in the Bay of Bengal area has been intensified gradually to a cyclonic storm during the past 3 days. Indian meteorologists said that the intensity of the cyclone, which hit the coastal area at a speed of over 300 kilometers per hour, was gradually diminishing. Heavy rain is being experienced in several areas in India. Earth slips and landslides were also reported at several places. The eastern Indian state of Orissa and Andhra Pradesh were badly hit by the cyclone, and electricity and transportation have been disrupted in several towns. Schools and state institutions have been kept closed. Fishing in states has been completely halted. Prompt relief services are being implemented to help the victims. Over 22,000 people were given shelter at the Visakhapatnam Urban Relief Services camp. The total damage caused by the cyclone is yet to be estimated. The number of deaths has been minimized due to pre-warnings of Pharlin cyclone. This area has faced a similar cyclone in 1999, with at least 15,000 people killed at that time. Pharlin cyclone was very similar to Katrina that hit the United States in 2016. Around 2,000 were killed in that cyclone.
The indirect impact of Pharlin cyclonic storm has gradually diminished. The Met Department says that the wind pattern across the country is weakening. Rain and high winds were reported from several areas in the island yesterday due to Cyclone Pharlin. The Disaster Management Center reported that 16 vessels anchored at the northern seabelt were missing due to the indirect impact of the cyclone. 42 more boats have been damaged. 3 boats are missing and 7 damaged in the Mullaitivu district. The impact of the cyclonic storm was felt in the Jaffna district as well. 15 boats are missing and 35 damaged. The Director General of the Met Department, S.H. Karivasam, said that the rainy weather condition will prevail in southwestern areas in the island, although the cyclonic storm has eased. He added that scattered showers will occur in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and southern provinces. The speed of the wind will be weakened tomorrow. Thunder showers may occur in the Uva and eastern provinces tomorrow evening. We are not expecting a bad weather condition in the island at the moment, as there is no sign of rough seas, he said. The sea will be slightly rough in Hambantota, Puttuvil, Mana and in the northern province.
A rehearsal was held on the arrival of motorcades of heads of states attending the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting from hotels to Nelimpokuna Mahinda Rajapaksa Theatre in Colombo and its activities. The rehearsal was held this morning without causing any inconvenience to the public. The rehearsal was organized by the Foreign Ministry, 3 armed forces and the police. The routes of motorcades of 54 heads of states attending the inauguration ceremony of the Commonwealth Summit, the security arrangements and the time period have been observed during the rehearsal. Rehearsals were conducted in leading hotels in Colombo, which will provide lodging facilities for Commonwealth leaders. It also included a complete rehearsal on the inauguration ceremony at Nelimpokuna Theatre. Foreign Ministry monitoring MP Sajan Divas Gunavardhana, Foreign Secretary Karnatilaka Amunugama, Media Ministry Secretary Dr. Charita Herath and Presidential Spokesman Mohan Samaranayaka inspected the rehearsal. Meanwhile, the Commonwealth Secretary-General rejects allegations levelled against him by Canada for acting in a partial manner to Sri Lanka. The Canadian Special Envoy of Commonwealth, Hugh Segal, has made a statement claiming that Secretary-General Sharma was supporting Sri Lanka under the cover of his position. Mr. Sehgal has accused the Commonwealth Secretary-General of taking action hiding the true facts on behalf of Sri Lanka. A spokesman of Kamalesh Sharma, who is a renowned Indian diplomat, told Indian Tribune website that these allegations were baseless and highly personal. He reiterates that the Commonwealth Secretariat will be working in close collaboration with the Sri Lankan government in the future as well.
The Tamil National Alliance says that 9 more members of the Northern Provincial Council will be sworn in at Mullaitivu tomorrow. These provincial councillors boycotted the previous swearing-in ceremony, condemning the stance of the alliance. Only 21 councillors took their oaths in Jaffna recently, although 30 members of the Tamil National Alliance were elected to the Northern Provincial Council. The internal crisis of the Tamil National Alliance has aggravated due to the appointment of ministers to the Northern Provincial Council. Allegations are levelled against Chief Minister C.V. Vigneshwaran for acting in a partial manner when presenting ministerial portfolios. The Tamil National Alliance has been divided into 2 factions due to this issue. Parliamentarians Suresh Premachandran and Siva Shakti Anandan have accused the Chief Minister for the crisis situation that has emerged within the party. They held a media conference along with plot leader Dharmalingam Siddhartham and Tello leader M.K. Sivajalingam in Jaffna. They have made statements claiming that the Tamil National Alliance has taken unanimous decisions, ignoring the views of the party. Leaders of EPRLF, Plot and Tello said that they boycotted the swearing-in ceremony held in Jaffna under the patronage of Chief Minister Vigneshwaran, as the leadership of the alliance was responsible for this crisis situation.
The members of the Mahasangha vehemently condemned with contempt the thug attack against Ratupaswala, Nadungamuwa Sabhava temple. 15 suspects have been taken into custody in connection with the attack, and upon presentation of them to the Chief Magistrate of Gampaha, they have been enlarged on personal bail yesterday. A group of saboteurs attacked the temple around 12:45 last night, alleging the temple is not supporting the Ratupaswala water issue. They were armed with clubs and swords and caused damage to 3 vehicles, including the vehicle of the chief incumbent of the Viharaya, the Venerable Yagoda Sila Vimalathera. The police said that the saboteurs have carried out the attack despite the Ratupaswala water problem being solved by the government. It has been revealed that a regional leader of the United National Party and a group of Janata Vimukti Peramana supporters were behind the attack. The members of the Mahasangha said that heavy punishment should be imposed on persons who were carrying out thug attacks at places of religious worship. The Venerable Professor Kumburugamuwe Vajrathera said that it is essential to find out the objective behind these activities and to take stern legal action against those who were responsible for such attacks. The prelate has urged the government to conduct investigations into this unruly attack and to punish those who were responsible for it.
The Health Ministry informs the public that it is essential to destroy mosquito breeding places in all premises at least once a week. Necessary facilities have been provided to strengthen dengue treatment. The National Week of Mosquito Eradication, which was declared targeting the upcoming northeastern monsoon, was concluded today. The National Mosquito Eradication Week was jointly implemented by the Health Ministry and the Presidential Task Force on Combating Dengue. It was launched on the 7th of this month. Yesterday was confined to inspect the premises of residences. Inspections were carried out at houses, places of religious worship and private tuition classes. 25,020 dengue patients were reported in the island during the past 10 months. 48% of them were from the western province. However, the number of dengue patients has reduced by 10,000 this year compared to the same period last year. The dengue mortality ratio was 0.3%. The Health Ministry says that it is not difficult to control dengue if the house owners dispose empty containers in a systematic manner. 85% of such containers have become mosquito breeding places. We move into a short break.
Welcome back. We continue with the news here at home. President Mahinda Rajapaksa paid his last respects to the late retired school principal Piyadasa Edrisinghe, the father-in-law of Ports and Highways Projects Minister Nirmala Kutalavala. President Rajapaksa visited the residence at Handapangoda, Horana this afternoon and extended his condolences to family members. Deputy Minister Lakshman Vasanta Pereira was also present.
A JVP member of the Mathura Pradeshya Sabha, Damit Attanayaka, has joined the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. He was the only JVP member in the Pradeshya Sabha. Mr. Attanayaka received the SRFP membership at a media conference held yesterday under the patronage of Southern Provincial Minister Chandima Rasaputra. Damit Attanayaka said that he has taken this decision due to his frustrations with the JVP leadership and his liking to Mahinda Chintana policy. He added that he was highly frustrated with the present leadership empowered to handle JVP policies. He expressed the hope to continue his future work along with the Sri Lanka Freedom Party.
The Colombo Municipal Council is focusing special attention on the slowed down development activities in certain areas in the city of Colombo. Colombo Mayor A.J.M. Muzamil says that these activities will be accelerated, inquiring into the inefficiency of certain private contractors who were in charge of these development projects. A special discussion on this matter will be held at the Colombo Municipal Council tomorrow under the patronage of Defence and Urban Development Ministry Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The development of road network beautification of parks, modernization of buildings and surrounding areas are being carried out under the development activities in the city of Colombo and suburban areas. Several private contractors have been entrusted with the task of these building activities. It is being supervised by the Ministry of Highways, Colombo Municipal Council and the Urban Development Authority. The Colombo Municipal Council is spending over 1 billion rupees for these activities in addition to the World Bank loan. The development of the Viharamadevi Park, Colombo Municipal Council Square and surrounding area has been slowed down. This was due to the inefficiency and the delay in the preparation of plans by several companies that were in charge of the construction activities, including the Daya Construction Company. Colombo Mayor A.J.M. Muzamil said that Defence and Urban Development Ministry Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa has taken measures to seek the assistance of Municipal Council engineers as well as Civil Defence Corps to expedite these relevant projects. He added that several private contractors have been entrusted with the task of reconstruction activities. There were certain delays in carrying out these activities. These contractors have been informed that their tasks should be completed by the 25th of this month. He said that a final reminder has been given to them.
The world's attention was focused on the plight of Sri Lankan girl Rizana Nafik, who faced capital punishment in Saudi Arabia. No one stepped in to save her despite the voices raised by several human rights organizations in the world on behalf of Rizana. Rizana Nafik was born in the village of Sapinagar in Muttur, Trincomalee, which was under severe threat of LTTE. Her father maintained the family with the earnings he received from cutting fuel wood. He lost his livelihood later. Rizana went overseas on the 4th of May 2005 with the aim of building a new house for her family and to provide further education for brothers and sisters. An infant who was looked after by Rizana had died in an unfortunate incident on the 22nd of May 2005, 17 days after her arrival in Riyadh. Davadam police of Riyadh apprehended Rizana in connection with the death of the infant. After 2 years of hearing of the case, the court imposed capital punishment on Rizana on the 16th of June 2007 in accordance with Muslim Sharia law. Counsel Haqib al-Samri filed an appeal at the Supreme Court challenging the order. Saudi Supreme Court reconfirmed the death penalty, rejecting the innocence of Rizana on the 19th of September 2010 after a lengthy hearing of 3 years. President Mahinda Rajapaksa sent a memorandum to the King of Saudi Arabia, Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, appealing him to intervene in giving a pardon to Rizana. Human rights organizations worldwide voiced their concern, asking as to whether the death penalty could be imposed on a child worker in accordance with international law. Defeating all these efforts, capital punishment was activated against Rizana on the 9th of January last year. The government took measures to fulfill its responsibility to the family of Rizana, just like how it has done to other families who've been suffering due to injustice. The dream of Rizana to build a better house for her family became a reality today. A sum of 2.5 million rupees was spent to build the house with the assistance of the Sri Lanka Army and the Sri Jayawardhanapura University. The new house was handed over to Rizana's family today at a ceremony presided over by the Army Commander Lieutenant General Tayaratnayaka in the presence of Venerable Madhuguda Abheti Satera. The road opposite the house was also reconstructed on a request made by Rizana's family.
Health Secretary Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka says that 1.4 million Sri Lankans are suffering from ailments related to the spinal cord. 2,000 people are becoming disabled annually due to damages caused to the spinal cord. Health Secretary Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka made this disclosure when he addressed a scientific session in Colombo yesterday. It was organized by the Sri Lanka Spinal Cord Network. Specialist doctors and other hospital staff held lengthy discussions on damages that could be caused to the spinal cord. The World Health Organization says that 15% of the world population is suffering from ailments connected to the spinal cord. Research report of the World Health Organization revealed that patients of spinal cord ailments are suffering the whole of their lifetime as a result of minimum health facilities, poverty, and a lack of awareness. Special training was necessary to look after such patients. The Avisavala-based hospital is to be developed as a special training centre on the directions of Health Minister Maithripala Sirisena. Treatment units have been established in hospitals in Kandy, Digana, Polonnaruwa, Badulla and Galle districts. Acting Health Services Director General Dr. Jayasundara Bandara and several specialist doctors attended the scientific session. With
that, we conclude our night's news bulletin together with Daphne and Chamindi. Wish you a very pleasant night.
Good night.